Everyone, happy Saturday. Hope everyone's having a good day, and welcome to another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So this is going to be a little bit of a short one today because it's about 3 o'clock. I'm about to head home. I think I got here at 9:30 maybe. Took an hour for lunch to run some errands and go see my family real quick. Anyhow, the main thing I wanted to accomplish today was to get this bad boy back together. So for those of you that follow the channel, you'll know that I had like oil mist problem where there were little teeny tiny dots of oil just kind of lightly coating everything here in the engine compartment after taking it for a little spin, and then it also started dripping some oil underneath of it. And I was pretty sure that it was due to this. And so I mentioned this on the video yesterday. So this is a aluminum pulley, which I had on the motor, but with the stock, Archimedes screw, for lack of a better word, type seal on it, where basically as the engine rotates, this thing is like trying to pump any oil back into the engine that's trying to come out. So that's how these work. The issue here, and you can see how this is kind of galled looking, that's because it is galled. So this is an aluminum pulley. The case is aluminum on aluminum, no bueno. And so it appears to have galled it a little bit, and so that's why it was starting to leak. So the solution to that is to throw this thing in the garbage and put on another pulley that has a press-in style sand seal. Those work really well. You just put them in, you seal them to the case, and then there's a crank pulley that's machined down to accept that. And there you go. I just got back from about a 3-mile drive, which was more than enough before to get that sort of oil mist thing going on. I don't see a drop anywhere, so I think we're good. So that was, I was like 90 something, maybe 99% sure that was the issue. And in fact, when I pulled that other pulley, it had oil kind of on the back side of it, the engine case side, when you could kind of see how it had been like getting flung off of it by kind of looking at the patterns on it. Anyway, long story short, press-in sand seal for an aluminum case here, and no more worries there. So yeah, I got that all reassembled, took it for a test drive, just got back. And I should say it's not real hot here today. It is, let's see, what is it? It's 73, which is pretty nice actually. However, I had the air conditioner blasting while I was driving around because why wouldn't I? Because this is an air-cooled Volkswagen with air conditioning. So of course I used it. And of course I need to test it a lot, for the owner to make sure it's working well. But it does pretty good, honestly. I think I showed the other day, I was measuring the air coming out of it, and it was like minus 6 degrees C or something like that. So pretty chilly. So pretty much on this car now, we're basically down to more confidence miles. And then the only other thing I got to do is I got to get with the guy that I got the speedometer from. I'm going to try and do that Monday and swap out that speedometer because, again, it's reading a bit high and it's kind of like ticking and making even a little bit of audible noise. So got to fix that. That and some miles. That's pretty much it. And let me tell you guys, this thing is so awesome to drive. This fuel injected motor is so freaking smooth. It's really like driving a modern car in a lot of ways, like the smoothness and just kind of the predictability and everything of it. But of course it still feels like a Volkswagen, and there's nothing else like it. So yeah, this is a bitchin' car. I think that we've achieved what the owner wanted us to with this car, where he can hop in it and go anywhere and be comfortable and look really good doing it, especially when the gates are on it. So yeah, I think he's just gonna have a blast with this thing, and I hope get a lot of use out of it. So that's what happened there. That was a big thing today. The other thing was I did start doing an oil change on the beautiful one family Bahama Blue 64 Beetle here. So here you can see pulled pulled the sump plate, drained the oil, pulled his valve covers, adjusted the valve. They were all pretty much spot on. I think I might have adjusted one or two, maybe a thousandth of an inch. They would have been totally fine without it. And so, yeah, this is pretty much ready to go back together now. I do need to get up underneath of it, though, and clean the engine case where the old gasket's kind of stuck on there. So that's no fun. You just got to put the car up on jack stands where I can get up underneath there and scrape. So, yeah, and then finish the oil change here. And then, again, there's just a number of other things we got to do. We're putting in the door panels we have, which are the correct heat-pressed ones, and putting on his bitchin' license plate frame, which was original to this car. In fact, here, let me go ahead and show you guys this. People that have been around the channel for a while have already seen this, but those of you that are newer here probably haven't seen this. So there it is. That's the original license plate from Universal Motor Cars, which is where this car was bought. And so we took this frame and had it re-chromed, and then we had our guy Kent do his beautiful hand painting to put it back to pretty much how it was on day one. The Porsche emblem there, if it can focus on it. Porsche V-dub bitchin'. And then what else? I've got putting in an adapter on his radio so he can do Bluetooth and, you know, play music through his iPhone and all that good stuff. And a few other little things. I don't know what's going on with this door handle here. It started just like not returning all the way. So yeah, there's just little things like that around the car. Nothing major. So yeah, started on this one's oil change today, and then the Cowlick car, the V-dub Halen. What did I do on it? I glued the felt channels a little bit. The cloth on them was kind of peeling off from the felt channel a little bit. Unfortunately, to my knowledge, Impy is the only one you can get felt channels from that are long enough for one-piece windows, and they're not that great. And so I may have to try and see if somebody will sell me that stuff by the foot at some point, because all the ones that Wolfsburg and everyone else makes are, the length of them is only long enough to go from here to, you know, about halfway down the door there. On the one-piece window, it goes all the way up, all the way over, and then down a few inches into the door by the A-pillar there. So, yeah. Anyway, I got it looking better, so that's good at least. And with that, guys, I think that's it for today. So, short one, but again, the big reason I wanted to come in was to solve the oil leak for this issue. That was kind of the last like major-ish thing that really needed to be addressed. And then the only other thing is that speedo and then some miles. So that's it for today, guys. I'm taking tomorrow off, so I will see everyone on Monday. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.